So from the beginning of the project to the end of the project, it's just a lot of questions, like how their building is set up, where will the equipment be staged, how do we access the building, what kind of materials does our staff need to bring on site with them to make sure it's removed correctly. In essence, it's just to make sure that we fulfill what they need to have done.
Once that customer equipment goes into our bins, our carts, or anything Cascade owns, we got to take ownership of that. So we always want to make sure every location that we go to, we treat this equipment as if it was brand new. So when we get back with our lock truck, we come back in the receiving area in our warehouse here, and we actually label every piece of equipment. So if we have to go back and find something, we can always go back and look at our job form, like, okay, that should be in card cam 96785. And there it is right there.
We sort it by the different product categories that we have. It goes on racks, it heads down to the inventory area. From there, we look at the job, see what the process code is, see any job notes that might be in there. Put our cam sticker on it, which follows it all through this place.
It's being brought in and then it's going to its next best use, whether that's through refurb or disassembly. If it's through refurb, making sure that it's clean, that all the customer's data is off it, so we're not potentially losing their information and getting it out there. Disassembled, we're making sure it's destroyed. They're not going to get any of their information out.
And then when we bring it into our secure facility and track all the assets throughout the process, we're able to prove to our customers through auditable documentation that those devices have been properly processed and the data's been destroyed. And when an auditor comes to a hospital and asks, can you prove to me that that particular laptop that you sent to Cascade was destroyed? They can pull up a report on an online portal and see the date on when it was destroyed and how it was destroyed. And that satisfies their auditors and keeps their customers and their patients safe.
Certain items that we get a lot of, there's like desktops, laptops, LCDs. When that comes in, we assess its sort of age and its value. If it's older, lower value stuff, we tend to compile that stuff into bigger lots, batches that are going to be sold in wholesale batches. The higher value stuff, that will usually either put on our marketplace website. So we try to target the best quality equipment and put that up on that website. The next tier would be listing it on eBay. I guess it's still good equipment, but maybe there's less of a demand for it from a typical end user. Point of sale printers, things that a typical household doesn't want, but there's still a market locally within the United States for.
And we actually find that over time, as companies work with us more, they're more responsible with their equipment. They take better care of it. And we're able to reuse more of that equipment. And that actually reduces their costs over time because we can sell more valuable product. We take better care of it throughout its life cycle. And by doing that, we've actually paid more money back to customers from the revenue share we've generated from selling their equipment, despite the fact that we're putting in all this investment in their security and environmental responsibility.
If it's an item that's giving us trouble that we can't refurbish, whether it's damaged, whether it has bad capacitors, or it's just not functional, all the components from the equipment gets into companies that we trust to process that recycled material.
Pop it open, see what's inside, and work from there. There's the precious metals, low-value metals, aluminum, copper, power supplies, plastics, glass. All can't go in the same spot. We try to separate it appropriately, and then someone else in disassembly would take it and then send it to its appropriate next downstream life.
I will audit downstreams, make sure that they're doing what they say they're doing, make sure that any of our products that we're sending down there are being taken care of the proper way.
I've also heard our reporting, how we report back to our customers on what we received from them and how we handled the equipment, how we processed it is completely transparent. They know exactly where everything is in our system, and that's what they are looking for in a company like ours.